Hi, y'all. I just wanted to welcome you and thank you for joining us today. I just want to talk to you about this great opportunity that we have with Advocare today. And this is something that I'm really excited about, and I really want to share with all of you. I know that many of us are snowed in, and this is a great opportunity for us to learn about something really great. And so I just want to welcome you, and my name is Jennifer. For those who don't know, I'm Jennifer Wish, and I got started on the products a couple years ago. I was introduced to them through a friend of mine who you'll meet here soon, and I was a little not really sure about the products at first. I didn't feel like I needed anything. I was doing really well. I had lost almost 50 pounds, and was feeling great already. Was working out. I didn't feel like I needed anything, but my friend Danelle, she just came to me and she put it out there, and I just kept thinking about it. I thought, I really trust her. I know that if she's talking about them, and I know the kind of help that she has, that maybe there is something for me in this. And I really focused initially on performance with my running. I was taking some O2 Gold and some other products that you can learn about later on, but initially it was more just to help me with my workouts. And I was taking them. I was feeling great. I was recovering well. And so I said, let me look more into this. I started a 24-day challenge. I did it with my sister-in-law, and we both had just great results as far as increased energy, really clearing out our system, feeling so much better, not weighed down, and making better eating choices, just overall wellness, just feeling so much better. I did lose just a couple of inches here and there, and my sister-in-law lost some weight and some inches, and we just both just felt so much better. And so from that point on, I just I said, this is really for me. I'm going to continue using these products and just continue to feel healthy. And then when I moved to Tennessee, I was going through a lot and kind of being held back down, dragging down a little bit just with everything on us. And, I said, I need to do another challenge. I need to get myself back on track. And so I did a 24-day challenge, and I followed that right up with some Lean 13, which is another thing that we can do. And I was just feeling great. I felt like I was back to where I had been before all the moving and everything. And about that time, I found out I was pregnant with my son Jacob, and you can see on the left there how big I got, and that was my last day of pregnancy. And the whole pregnancy, I really felt great. I continued some of my product use, and as soon as I had him, I continued on with what I could, and I really rebounded well, and I'm feeling great, and I'm looking forward to continuing on with Advocare. So I can't wait to share more about this with you. And there are 4 relationships that you can have with Advocare, and it's really like a menu. You can pick what works best for you. The first, which is where I started, is a retail customer, where you're just buying your products at the retail value. And then the second relationship you can have is the wholesale customer. This is, a lot like, I think of like Sam's or Costco discount. You sign up, you become a member, but then you get great discounts from that. And once I started using the products more, this is, I was like, I can save money. I better go and do this. So that's the wholesale customer. Then you can start getting into more business side. You've got the third relationship is distributor, and the fourth relationship is business advisor. And I'm going to let my friend Tami tell you more about that later. I'd really like to get into introducing my friend Danelle to you, the one I was speaking of earlier. Like I said, Danelle came to me and just wanted to say, really she approached it just with where I was at in my life at that time. And I had lost weight. I was feeling good, like I said, and she just said, I really think this will help and, be something that would only continue to help you improve from where you are. And coming from her, I've known her since college, and she's always been healthy. Her and her husband Richard, they've always been fit and someone you can look to, and as that model of health. And so I thought, I can trust her. I'm going to go for it. And she's just an awesome leader, mentor. She's really helping me move forward with Advocare, and I'm really excited for you to meet her and hear her story too. So, Danelle.
Awesome. Thank you, Jennifer. And I love your story. Thank you for sharing that. And I can't wait to see where you go next with that beautiful baby boy you have there. So let's get going here on what is Advocare anyway. You heard some good stories. We're obviously talking about an amazing nutritional product, and there is a business opportunity as well. So this is what Advocare is, who we are. It's a world-class nutrition company founded in 1993. It's almost 21 years old. And really, Advocare provides solutions in two of America's most pressing problems, and that's our health and our finances. And that's something that we have to bring to the marketplace with great confidence. The two questions that most people have when looking at Advocare are, is this safe and does it work? And we are so excited to be able to answer that with a solid yes. And that's based on many things, but the first two things I want to show you are our Scientific and Medical Advisory Board, which is made up of a team of doctors and scientists who are actively practicing and researching in all their different respected fields. They're highly regarded and esteemed. Backgrounds in nutrition, toxicology, oncology, kinesiology, lots of backgrounds. One I like to mention there, my favorite, I guess you could say, is Dr. Stanley Dudrick. He's a professor of surgery at Yale University School of Medicine, and he pioneered the research and development of intravenous hyperalimentation, which for us lay people is when you get fed through the vein, and it's literally saved thousands of lives. So if you want to dig into the backgrounds of all those doctors a little further, I invite you to go, when we get done here, to choosethechallenge.com. Choose, like make a choice, choosethechallenge.com, and you can see the doctors and everything that we're talking about here on that site as well. So moving forward from the doctors, that's how we know that the products are safe. They're put together with the right balance of the right kinds of ingredients to make sure that they are effective. And with that, we also enjoy the endorsements of hundreds of professional and Olympic athletes who use the products because they are safe and they work. We just passed a screen there that showed Drew Brees. He's our national spokesperson, the New Orleans Saints quarterback. He's been using Advocare products since 2002, and actually he approached Advocare saying, I want to be your national spokesperson, because he really believes in the products that strongly. You see some other pictures of other endorsers here from all different backgrounds: soccer, wrestling, baseball, football, motorsports, weightlifting. I know Rich Froning with the CrossFit world is one of our new endorsers that a lot of people are excited about. So we enjoy the endorsements of all these athletes. They don't receive money to say they use our products. They get just a product allowance, which is great. That's what they're looking for, because it's a product that is safe and it absolutely works, and that's what they need as their bodies are their livelihood. So moving on, I'm going to share my story and my husband's story in a little bit here, but first I want to show you some other stories of some friends of ours. This picture you see here is Ashley up in North Carolina. She's 24 years old, and she is absolutely getting her body back after a baby too. Like Jennifer said, this is something we really love to experience as women, to bounce back after babies and have that energy we need to be the best moms and feel the best that we can. She's lost 34 pounds since October, and now I'd like to show our Valentine's story, our love story. This is Lainey and Judson Stidham, and they actually started their 24-day challenges countries apart. Judson is in the military. He was in Afghanistan when he started, and Lainey was back home with their son, and they lost all that weight that you see there separately. So we were reunited when he redeployed to discover their new selves together. So that's a really, really neat story. Obviously a lot of weight loss, and it's really changed their relationship and their energy of just being great parents, but we love to share our dad love story. So now We're going to tell you about the 24-day challenge. Advocare has lots of products, over 70 different products, but the 24-day challenge you may have heard about is a great starting point for most people to lead into an ongoing product regimen. And the 24-day challenge, you will hear a lot about weight loss and inches lost. But the cool thing I like to mention is that Advocare is not even a weight loss company. This is just a really great benefit that a lot of people experience because a lot of people need to lose weight and trim up in order to be their healthiest. So what is the 24-day challenge? It's broken up into 2 phases, and you see the products there. The first 10 days is the cleanse phase. And the first thing to mention about the cleanse is that it is gentle and uneventful. You're going to feel wonderful, but you're not going to be spending extra time in the bathroom or having to call out of work or anything like that. It's very gentle. So the product there that you see, the green box, is the Herbal Cleanse. And that is your first 10 days. You have to just kind of clean your system, rid your body of toxins and built up waste, and get your body set up to best absorb all the nutrition that you're going to be putting in your body through your foods, any medications you may have to take, and of course your other supplements. Another thing that we do in the cleanse phase is Spark. And you can see on the box there it says energy drink mix. But I love that we can very confidently describe this kind of energy as a clean, mentally focused kind of energy, not a jittery, buzzy, make your heart wild kind of energy. It's just like a breath of fresh air, Windex to the brain. You just feel great and alert. And then the other product that goes with the cleanse phase is Omegaplex. Those are your omega-3 fatty acids. Every cell in your body needs omega-3s, and typically our diets are higher than the omega-6s. So we want to put those good fats in your body on purpose to help wash off the bad fats. They also help calm any inflammation in your system and kind of lubricate your body as you're moving waste through on the cleanse phase. So the first 3 products make up the cleanse phase, and then you move to the second phase, the max phase, starting on day 11. And I know our friend Keisha describes the max phase as burn, baby, burn phase. When you get on the metabolic nutrition system, in the picture there you see MNS Max 3, C, or E. We usually start with the 3, and then if you decide that you need more energy or appetite control, you can switch down the road. But for your first 24-day challenge, we like to go with the 3 first. The metabolic nutrition system gets your body's metabolism functioning optimally through superior nutrition. And we like to use the acronym NEAT to go with that M&S box. N-E-A-T. N for nutrition. You're going to fill in all your nutritional gaps. E for endurance, not energy. Again, we don't want that buzzy, jittery kind of feel, but we just want to have endurance to be able to power through our day and feel our best. A for appetite control, not appetite suppression, because we definitely want to be fueling our body with great healthy foods, and often, for that matter. So we don't want to suppress our appetite, but we want it controlled, which by filling in all these nutritional gaps and giving your body what it needs, it's going to want more of what it needs. So you'll be craving less junk and wanting better things for you. I hear a lady I talked to recently said, I've been just so wanting water so much. I'm drinking a lot of water, but I'm craving water. And I never really used to be a big vegetable eater, but I'm loving all these vegetables that I'm eating. So you'll find that your appetite will change, and you'll kind of break that magnetic force field that sometimes food can start to have on you. And then the T in NEAT is thermogenics, and that's the part that just helps get your body's metabolism functioning right. So that M&S box is really kind of like the core product of Advocare that you will want to stay on well beyond the challenge, but this is the days 11 through 24 on the 24-day challenge. You also have, you continue on Spark for that clean energy and focus, and then you add the meal replacement shake. The meal replacement shake is fantastic. Most people use it for breakfast because they're either not eating breakfast or they're not eating very much or very well in the morning. And this is a great way to get your body just up and running in the morning. It has 220 calories. a 1-to-1 ratio of carbs to protein, 24 grams of each, and that just helps. If you think of your body like a fireplace, you're just throwing that fuel on the fire to get it up and roaring in the morning, to get your metabolism waking up, and to get that energy and just that good boost first thing. If you already eat a great breakfast, you could use that for another meal, but again, that's breakfast time is when people seem to have a hard time most often. So let's go on to some of the companion products that you can use. You can add a second box of meal replacement shakes if you would like to cover the cleanse phase. You have to eat breakfast every day anyway, so if you want to add a second box, you can do that to be able to start your shakes on the first day. And then what you see here, Catalyst, is amazing. It's an amino acid supplement that helps feed, wrap, and protect your muscle. It's like shrink wrap to the muscle. So when you are trimming up and dropping weight, you want to keep that muscle fed and protected and just lose the fat around it. It forces your body to go to fat for energy rather than your muscle. Thermo Plus helps boost your metabolism further, maybe especially good if you have a pretty stubborn metabolism or you've done a lot of yo-yo dieting and your body's just kind of out of whack and not being very responsive. And then the Can You 24 DVDs you see right there are amazing 24-minute workouts that you can do at home. The one in the picture is the first series. Doesn't require any equipment even. You just need your own body and a little space in your living room. And then they just released in January the Can You 24 Level 2 that's really awesome as well. So that's the 24-day challenge and some of the add-ons that you can choose. And then going forward, yes, I would like to introduce Tami in just a minute here. Because the Advocare products work so well, like you see there, and like the stories that you've seen, there's a fabulous opportunity to earn income as well. So here's Tami to tell you a little more about that side.
Hey, y'all. Thank you, Jennifer and Danelle. Thank you just for sharing what has happened with you. It fires me up every time I hear your story, and because I know that when you feel better and you look better, your day is better, and that affects everything that you do at work, at home, with your family and your relationships. And, you know, that's what I found. I was introduced to Advocare back in 1999. My sister told me about it. And as I have done more with Advocare through the years, I love that part of Advocare. When you're feeling great, you want to tell your best friend. You want to tell the people at work. And so my sister told me, and actually we are 2 of 6 kids, and all of us know about Advocare and our dad. My dad's going to be 80 on March 2nd, and it has been amazing to watch him lose 25, 30 pounds when he was 65, and now about to celebrate 80, trim and healthy, active, on no medicine. And it just really sets forth for us that when you feed your body what it needs, great things happen. And healthy feels good and healthy looks good, and it just adds value to your day. So that's what I found. I was a tired mom. I have some back stuff going on all the time, so I was always trying to keep my weight down. But I was mainly looking for energy and just overall health when I started with Advocare. Wonderful side effect. I dropped from a size 8 to a size 4. And that was 1999, and I stay right there now. I was almost 35 when I started. Now I'm 49. Danelle is my daughter, and she has 3 children, and my son Jordan and his wife have 2 children, and then my third child is now 19 and a baseball player at college and having had great results, all of them from growing up in starting in 9th, 7th, and 4 years old, ongoing. So it's neat just to have a perspective, because, you know, you never know who's going to introduce this to you. You just hear about it when you do. But then what you choose to do about it, I can tell you just from, for whatever reason, I heard about it sooner. These results are predictable and great every time because the scientists are amazing. Kevin and I, we have been able to meet many of the SciMed board members and be trained by them, and we are just honored to be able to share their research and their passion for good health and to put a voice to what they have done for so many years to help us feel great and get those results. So the results were there. I felt great, and that started to pass on. People were asking me, gosh, what are you doing? And I was telling people, oh, my goodness, you need to try these products. I feel great. And that opened up my vision. If we're going back to those 4 relationships, I actually started at the wholesale customer because, you know what, I couldn't afford the products at retail. They are a great value. They are worth every single penny, but in my financial situation and with the 3 kids and all of the activities and stuff, I needed to start at 20% off. So I'm a clearance rack shopper. I always will be, so that made sense to me. So that may be a good option for you, even for your starting point. Totally up to you. But then it took me into this distributor, the number 3 relationship, and I love how we describe that now. We call that a way to fund your 4G network, because many families are so busy, they're working so hard. Many of us are working a second or job or third job or overtime to try to fill in the gaps with those extra things that come along, like you can see here: gasoline, groceries, games, if that's sports or fishing or a hobby or whatever, gifts, the birthdays, the Valentine's Day gifts, y'all don't forget that. All of those things require some extra money, and to have a way to bring some relief in, or that second stream, that's what I just kept picturing, was this little stream started to trickle, and people were loving the products. They loved that they could save money getting them. So it was such a win-win. It really drew me to even sharing with more people. And then I found that there were people who were also interested in sharing with their friends and family, and they needed relief just like I did. I was so dead set on paying off a credit card, and when I did, oh my goodness, there was this little thing that called hope that started building up in me. And then as our income grew through Advocare, I was able to pay things off more and more quickly, and then also be able to say yes to that church camp that was $300, or baseball or All-Stars that was $400, and those things did not become a pressure and a strain or a cause for resentment, but actually some things that we could say yes to as we chose what was best for our family based on what was best for them, not by any kind of financial limitation. So then I went on to the business advisor. That actually took me a while to actually see myself in that role. I'm very much into helping and caring. I was still am a piano teacher. I love teaching. But Advocare fit very well with that for me, because really pretty much what we're doing is we're sharing and teaching people about the different products and finding out what fits best for them and for their family, both on the product side and on the business side, or the income producing side. So now my husband and I have been married almost 5 years. It'll be 5 years in June. And I had some income from the prior years, and I had pressed pause on the business for a while. And Kevin and I took a look at Advocare together to see if that business part was a good match for us. At the very end of 2011 and at January of 2012, we went to our national training, because I wanted both of us to see who was involved with this, who are these doctors, who are those endorsers. Yes, some of them actually come to our meetings and are so excited about their results. And for us, it was a great fit to start to be more intentional with our time. Most of us don't have much time, but I found that when I was driving to the grocery store and driving home from the grocery store, I could call and introduce Advocare to someone. Or if I was at the baseball field, some of my friends were asking me, what was that you just handed your son Shane when he went out to the mound? And this was Shane, who now has 3 baseball records at his high school, including career strikeouts. Why is he so focused on the mound? And I got to share what Spark was, and they got to try it and then share it with their student athletes with great confidence that these products were great for athletes, both on the results side and the safety side. So all of that became a win-win, and then we started carving out chunking bits of time. A lot of times it was just simply turning the TV off, grabbing an hour here or there to be able to share with someone, or invite some people into our living room so we could tell several people at once about this great company and how it could be beneficial to them. So that's what has happened for us and how we got into, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that here again in a few minutes. But I want to bring Danelle back in. Actually, before I do that, this was one of the things on the business side. When I saw the income potential with Advocare, just simply being consistent on a part-time basis, it could grow. And then that, as your income grows, if you get to that 3-star gold level, and these are all bonus levels where you get raises in Advocare, you get to that 3-star gold or that ruby level, you literally start to have some choices of, okay, I really love my job, but maybe I would like to cut back on some hours so that I could be more free to have lunch with my kids at school, or carve out some more time for our family, or to be involved in some charitable work, or whatever those dreams are that sometimes lie dormant because we have to make sure that the bills are paid. So that was what I found there, and I just want you to take a second and look at that, and we can send this to you if you would like to look at it further after we're finished here today. And then, as I realized about the timing in Advocare, Advocare is a tiny company, and I want to give you a statistic that just blows me away. And this was from July of 2013, so the numbers have changed slightly. But I just want you to know about the timing here, because you may be wondering, well, is this a saturated market? I know that there's commercials on ESPN now. Oh, it must be just kind of taking over. Let me tell you what the number said as of July. 1/12 of 1% of the American population of 300 million were distributors at any level with Advocare. And that means they were registered in any way from at a 20, 25, 30, or 40% discount level. Let me say that again. 1/12 of 1% of the U.S. population were distributors in July of 2013. And this really just blew me away. 90% of them are only registered in Advocare to enjoy that discount. Because see, that discount that we're talking about, you don't have to be involved in business at all. There are no minimums. You don't have to place a quarterly minimum amount. You're not required to have auto ship or anything. You just simply get to buy as much or little as you want and save money. So, of course, that is very appealing to many, many, many people. But most people who are distributors or joined with Advocare are just after that discount. So our distributor base who are actually sharing and spreading this amazing product into the marketplace through their friends and family and beyond is very, very, very tiny. So we have this opportunity, for whatever reason, we all have been introduced to this now, to do something amazing for our families and break through some financial duress, of course, along with the health side, if that's of interest to you, even faster than ever. Because of the company momentum as well as the great training that we have. And you would be able to work with Jennifer and Danelle and Rich and my husband Kevin me. You have lots of training and support, and we can show you how to save time. If you only have 2 hours a week or 6 hours a week or whatever it is, our job and our joy is to help you maximize that time to help the people you care about get results as they're looking for health or financial. So with that, let me swing back to Danelle, and she's going to tell you a little bit more about their results and how that tied into seeing the business side for their family. Now?
Well, I started on the products in high school well before I was even old enough to think about or understand the business opportunity, but I enjoyed the products in conjunction with my sports activities and just having good focus in school and stuff like that. But fast forward to now, you see that picture there. I went from a size 8 to a 4 after having our second baby, trimmed up really to like the best that I feel there in that June 2012 picture. And then I was pregnant with baby number 3. And the bottom there shows, going from the day I had him to 2 weeks later. And again, like Jennifer said, and like I mentioned earlier with Ashley's story, being able to bounce back from babies has been amazing. And then going on to my husband's story, he started on Advocare products about the time that I went from an 8 to a 4 after baby number 2. He'd been using other supplements for years. He liked what he was using, and he really didn't think he had any need for the 24-day challenge or really any of the products. But when he came home from his last deployment to Iraq, he was falling asleep on the couch every night about 7 o'clock during our, quote, family time, and it was starting to become a real problem for us. So he started using Spark, started feeling better, being more engaged with us as a family, and just feeling more alert and feeling better. So he got started on the 24-day challenge and has continued on with lots of different products. But you see his picture there. He lost 4 inches in his waist and lost about 8 pounds. And when he felt and saw that big of a change after years of eating well and exercising regularly and using other supplements, he said, wow, we really need to take a look at this, at the business side of this, because if we really are truly going to refer people to something that we believe to be the best thing, the safest, most effective product that we can get our hands on, then we should be looking at this as a business and sharing it more intentionally with people to kind of compress time and to start generating a second stream of income that can really give us some options down the road. So, well, Richard, like I said, he is in the Army, and he loves what he does, and he is really, really a great leader, and the Army needs people like that. It's obviously quite a time sacrifice for our family. So working Advocare along with our busy lives and all the things that we have going on, building the second stream of income to know that we're averaging about $1,300 a month right now, and when we more than replace Richard's income in the military, we'll have options as to whether or not he continues on that path. He loves what he does, doesn't necessarily want to get out of the Army, but right now it's not really even an option because we need to have that stream of income. So that's kind of how it evolved for us over time, and we know that we're going to be given that choice of what's next for us sooner than later.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. And, $1,300 a month, that is amazing. Just simply by knowing something works and sharing it, I know that y'all are a debt-free couple already anyway, and that just helps with all of the dreams and hopes and all the plans and ideas for those 3 precious kids of yours, and ongoing, and for yourselves as well. So, and that's what it's all about. That's why we do this. That's why we're fired up about it. That's why after almost 15 years of being involved with Advocare, I am as excited, if not more, today than I was when I got started. Because now we know that this is possible, that now we're excited for you who are watching and listening. What are you looking for? Because I am amazed and couldn't believe that there was something that was real, that was solid. My husband says this is as solid as the ground underneath your feet. And let me tell you, I'm going to tell you one story, then I'm going to tell you more about us. I was in Cleveland, Tennessee just about 3 weeks ago, and there's a couple there named Al and Laura Shoemaker who, having gotten started with Advocare about 3 years ago, I believe, are now earning about $40,000 a month with Advocare income. And her story struck me so much, I just want to share it with you. Because she was a teacher of 14 years with a master's degree, and she said that she earned $43,000 a year, and when they got a 3% raise, that equated to about $1,280 or somewhere around there a month. For the year. And I had never thought in terms like that before. I've heard of 3% raises. My husband got a 3% raise. I'll tell you about that in a second. It was just wonderful, especially where our economic situation is in our country right now. We were so thankful for the stability and the great income and benefit and that 3% raise. But when I pulled back and said, oh my gosh, $1,300 in a year, and then you're hearing my daughter Danelle with these 3 little ones, 5 and under, working Advocare intentionally but part-time, making sure that she has her time where she wants it with her kids and her family. And that is going to grow, and that will double, and that will triple, because that's how the Advocare income continues. But think about $1,300 a month versus $1,200 or $1,300 in a year. And I just want you to think, what if? What could that be for us? I can tell you, if you have a willing heart, and you care about people, and you can introduce, much like we're introducing to you, to your family and friends about Advocare with our help. In fact, we can be the voice for you as we get started. That's how it's designed, kind of like a student teaching model or apprenticeship, actually. So you're not in business by yourself, although you are your own, the CEO, if you will, of what you decide to do with here if it is on that business side. So I wanted to share that with you. And then back to my husband, Kevin, me. When we got started at 2012, there was some residual income from before, somewhere that $2,000 to $2,500 a month. So that was where we started, and now in 2013 we averaged over $12,000 a month. So let me tell you how amazing that is. We're debt-free, we except for a small mortgage, and that is our last targeted debt. But the freedom there that we have is unbelievable, because with that kind of income, our 1099 showed over $141,000 for 2013, and that did not include my husband's pay as an electrical lineman. He's a power lineman. He's the one who's climbing the poles and restoring power or building power lines, except, you know what, in this snowstorm he's not, because of the Advocare income and opportunity. 3 weeks ago Saturday, he stepped away from that position as a lineman in that industry about 20 years to be able to come and do Advocare with me, and where we are now a work-from-home couple. And we are absolutely loving it. It is hard to describe the feeling that it is when you're waking up together, fixing breakfast together, calling people separately or doing meetings together, sharing something that you both absolutely love and you are so sure can be of benefit to everyone that you're speaking to. That is a time freedom that is unbelievable, and that may not be for you. You know, I still teach piano. I still have a few students because I love to do that. I love to share music with kids and, you know, and help them to learn things. But this is going to in about a year and a half, they were at $15,000 a month. Then she stepped away from his vice president position at a pharmaceuticals company, and they have been work-from-home parents for about 12, I guess, years now. And their 2013, they finished with about $850,000 in earnings. So all of those income potentials are there. If it's $200 a month that would save the day or just bring relief for you, it's available. You can add a zero to that, $2,000 a month. Add another zero. How about $20,000 a month? And that's where you are totally free financially and can make some great choices of how to be impactful for your family and help others in your community and so on. The dreams are yours. Advocare is just a great vehicle that can get you there. So that is really pretty much it. There is so much I love to share, but thank you for listening in for this, a broad look of all the possibilities on the Advocare menu. And then you think about it and you engage, get in touch with Jennifer, and she can connect you with us for further information as she's getting started. Retail customer, wholesale customer, tell me about that 4G thing. How can I do this a little bit? Or, oh my goodness, if this is what you all are saying, I want to hear a lot about this and check it over. This may be exactly what we've been looking for and praying for, and get some income going. Whatever your choice it is our honor to help you reach what your goals. And thank you again to Jennifer and Danelle, and God bless to all of you, and we hope to talk with you soon. Goodbye, everyone.